Welcome to Dean Smiles episode 20. How I Saw It Smiles. Looking at memories and how, well, you'll see. I'm Dean, retired middle school science teacher, and I want to thank you for being here. This channel is devoted to looking at ways to generate smiles because smiles are pretty powerful in giving you purpose in each day and making people feel good and decent around you. This one is an interview and a discussion, I should say, that I did with friend Dan back in March, and it was a long one, and I just thought I need to go back and tap into this. The quick context, it was back in '05 before school started, and we set up an event to do something to help people in Hurricane Katrina, which was horrible. Take a look at it.
Dan, my brother from another mother. Dan and I go way back. We first met in the fall of '99. How I saw it, and I know I referred to the fish philosophy. We both lived the fish philosophy together. In addition to that, I'm referring to Trent Sheldon's perspective via your eyeglasses. And, your prescription works for your eyes, but you hand your glasses to someone else and it's completely different view. That definitely fits memories.
Oh yeah, and this first time I heard of this glasses analogy, and I'm excited. I'm going back to the classroom. I have at least a couple of years there, maybe, but I'm excited to use this with the kids because I think it'll resonate more than just simply the word perspective. I think I'm going to get a lot of head nods between now and the end of May. But oh yeah, I can see if that were to happen. Absolutely. So neat to gather stories, neat to gather analogies, neat to kind of reminisce a little bit over the week that we've had together.
And we are both, that I'm a self-proclaimed storyteller. I grew up in a family of storytellers. Definitely a storyteller.
I'm a listener, man. I'm a collector. I'm a collector of stories.
You do a nice job of bringing people along via your verbal pathway.
Okay. Usually
wow,
at my
where's
expense.
Rhonda when
I know. Usually at my expenses. Let me tell you about the time when.
So, Hurricane Katrina.
That's one of the earlier ones, anyways. I think.
So, what happened? And this was very early on when we were getting to know each other.
Yeah, probably one of the first real cohesive bonding moment type things. We start to see each other. It's like, oh, we share similar philosophies, similar attitudes, similar ways of viewing the kids, those types of things.
And we had a great group of kids. They're all very good. This was...
This many years later, I was telling him on this particular trip, this many years later, which would be 28 years later, I have finally found, last year I found one student who surpassed our probably one of our all-time favorites from that long ago. Again, all the kids are wonderful, right? Every single kid has something to offer. But to match that overall grouping was really hard to do over the course of almost 30 years, right? Extremely difficult.
So yeah, the foundation was set. And even though we didn't know our kids yet, because what happened, Hurricane Katrina hit the New Orleans, the Gulf Coast area, largely hit New Orleans. And it happened during in-service, because I remember you and I walking out and it was like, wow, that looks bad. And we were on a team, we had a team, and one gal on our team is super dynamic about doing things for other people, and we went to a team meeting in Katy, and she was like, we really should do something. So we brainstormed and came up with an idea of collecting goods. We didn't know how we were going to get them, and
real half-baked.
Yeah, and we also heard that there was a lot of aid being pushed right in the heart of New Orleans, but the communities that the evacuation area, or where people went when they evacuated, were getting inundated with people that needed help.
Basically refugees, yeah.
Yeah.
Refugees from the storm.
Was it Clarksdale?
Yep. The crossroads.
And so we started collecting things.
Yeah, and more than mushroomed, extreme generosity by the community. So much so that here's maybe the first piece. My recollection, so much so in so many different classrooms that we didn't have an order to it. We didn't have any organization. Things were not sorted by or grouped in any way, shape, or form. And this is where one particular student stepped up. It's like, stay after school, and I'll do that for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, are you kidding me? It's like, this is Minnesota. This is Minnesota in the fall. It's a nice time to get outside. Nope, wanted to take control. Wanted to help organize and help basically lead the charge from not just the kid perspective, but we needed a little guidance on that one as well. So she steps right in and takes care of business.
Yeah, and people stepping up. Rick Lupien Auto, huge shout out to you and your dealership.
I still think about that every time I drive by. It's like,
Oh.
the van.
And you said, I got a van for you. And I don't know if you remember, on that Friday before, he needed the van. And we were like, oh my goodness.
And this wasn't just like a little like 8-passenger van. This is a transport van type thing.
And but he said, I think I have a bigger one.
Oh, okay, all right.
And you can use that. But it's empty, so you're going to have to put gas in it. And we were like, we're good. We went, I want to say 80 boxes of goods.
Okay. Well, I remember too that something happened. I don't remember how it happened, but gas cards, meal cards,
Yes.
treat bags that weren't for the Katrina people. It's just because we're doing a 48-hour turnaround. So we're leaving on Friday. We have to be back to school on Monday. So we have to go down to somewhere. Clarksdale is where we went, but go down, drop, turn around, and be back in school on Monday with the van cleaned and filled with gas and all those other things.
Driving all night.
Stupid, because I don't know if we road trip before, but I was excited to road trip. So we watched, I think, was Alex playing, or was Alex was playing?
Alex was playing.
So we leave after a Friday night football game, and I'm just excited to be on a road trip, so we're jaw-jacking. That's not smart, because one of us is going to have to drive later. One of us should be sleeping.
Neither.
Yeah. It's good to be young and dumb.
So we loaded up, made the trip, and I'm curious, two things: your perspective, Clarksdale, and this armory, if you will, where
the senator. So the thing, keeping to the theme, so Clarksdale had the most abject poverty I've ever experienced in my life. I thought homes were abandoned. People were living in these homes. They were just very run down. A tough situation. But the positive piece is we go to that place to have the chili cheese fries or something like that. And no matter where you go, and this continues to be my experience, no matter where you go in the world, people are awesome. And there's jerks everywhere too, but a vast majority of the people are awesome. We walk into some cafe in Clarksdale and order the chili cheese fries on the recommendation of somebody. I can't remember who it was. And the people behind the counter were awesome. The people in the cafe were awesome. We just run into awesome people everywhere. And they don't know that we're like delivering things, so they're not nice to us or whatever it looks like because we've done something for them. They don't know us. We're just people in there, and we're chatting it up, right? So that positivity, or finding good people no matter where you are, and then the downside might be that there's greasy people wherever you go too. We ended up with a box of MREs, meals ready to eat, from a senator that happened to be at one of the facilities doing some PR work, pressing the flesh. And he's I can't remember where, I don't exactly remember where and I'm not sure he knew where he got these either, but he acquired a bunch of MREs to make himself, my perception is to make himself look good, say for the next election. Hey, remember, I got food for you. And he's like, here, just take this. It's like, well, wait a minute, you're giving food away to the people that, it just felt real greasy. But overall, people are abundantly nice no matter where you go, even in stressful situations.
And that's that you hit on my memory. We didn't talk about which memories.
No.
I remember we met this politician, and he was very quick to say borderline, I can't say how I got them, implying not on the up and up, but look what I did. And I remember you very much engaged in a conversation with him, and the gal, I wish I could remember her name, that was showing me around in the cots and everything. And I look over, and there's Dan. you were locked in.
I was enthusiastic to find out what his story was.
Yep.
So where did this come from? And the plus side is, for the longest time I had those MREs, we brought them back. And I'd bring them into school, and the kids don't know what an MRE is, so I'd have some kids up for lunch. And it's like, okay, today's military mealtime. And they got a kick out of it. So there was still a learning opportunity that went along with it. It's just how they were acquired that's like, a little greasy on that one, in my opinion. But
and we did not take food from any of the people in need. He made us take. Well, thankfully, this was north of Clarksdale too. This was a second stop, I think. He made us take that box.
Yeah,
and it was like, okay, because we both said we had never had MREs. Well, here you go.
Yeah. So it all works out in the end. But like I say, there's the overall positive. I'm going to go back to Clarksdale, man. Overall positivity was amazing. And on the flip side, maybe to compare and contrast, my brother, who was law enforcement, went down, and he was in New Orleans after the storm. And he had nothing positive to say about, not negative about people or anything, just about the situation. We still found outside of the immediate impact area, people were people. People are looking for happiness. People are looking to ground. People are looking to just move on with their lives. So good stuff everywhere.
Yeah, and totally down the same line. And I remember, and I don't know how we did our recon to bring bathroom items, toiletries, but I remember, when she opened up one box, she goes, oh my gosh, people are going to be so happy. There's toothpaste.
Yeah.
And I was like,
yeah, right.
I
think they were overwhelmed with water.
Yeah.
Like everyone did. Well, you need to create water. So they had pallets and pallets, I think, of water. But nothing to brush your teeth with once you got the toothbrush wet. So either dumb luck or, like I say, intelligent recon. I don't know which one.
And my last memory was when we were heading out of town. We were feeling full of joy. They were very appreciative. We just got done filling our stomachs at that little cafe or barbecue joint. And remember, we had to stop on the side of the road to go and touch.
Oh, it took a sliver. Yeah.
Cotton on the plant. It was, and it's pricky, by the way.
Yeah, new situation, right? And we're always looking for those types of things, just to broaden our agricultural, whatever perspective. Yeah, never seen cotton. It's like, I love pulling over and checking things out. So, yeah, I totally forgot about that. Oh, we got to go to that cotton factory place.
Yes.
The guy gave us a sample of it too.
The bales.
I still have a sample in my room. Yeah, it's in Shelby, Mississippi.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because we were told
I forgot about that.
Swing by there on our way.
Yeah.
Okay,
There you have it. I hope you could see and feel the smiles that we had reliving and thinking about that particular class and that particular event. And in hindsight, I kind of wonder, we both really, really still have connections with a lot of students from that class. And that was a long time ago. Was that giving event the gateway of opening their hearts, and especially for sixth graders to realize that they're a part of the community, not just the center of the community, which is cool to say. I would love to hear what you think of this event and what you do to, when you look back at your events that warm your heart and put a smile on your face, what do you see when you look back, and how does it make you smile? Until next time, keep smiling.